What is your address? Nice thought-provoking lesson. How would you like to write your address? We know our names, our parents' names, the road, the district, the state that we live, and the country we belong to. Today we would like to think that we are global citizens. Have you thought about our address in the universe? And here we go. Let us look at the addresses of this beautiful planet that we live in. Have you ever sat quietly on a clear night and looked up at the sky? How many stars are there? At the beginning of time, scientists say the universe was born when the space was filled with an enormous explosion of energy. Today, universe contains countless galaxies, each containing billions of stars. The sun is a medium-sized star in one such galaxy, and we are a small green-blue planet revolving around it. The universe has continued to expand now for over 12 billion years. This small green-blue planet is the grand creation with its mountains, valleys, rivers, lakes and oceans. It is learned that the life evolved as a single cell. Some myths call this the birth of life in the waters. Soon the rivers, lakes and oceans of the world were swarming with a rich variety of life. And behold, it was good. It would be impossible to give a reason for the emergence of the land on this planet. The earth acquires its name from the soil that gives us food and sustains the circle of life. This happened over 100 million years ago when the first planet appeared that could survive entirely on the land, and that was discovered. Once it had taken the root, it spread across the continents. Forests had come to Earth. Over 50 to 70 million years later, plants were followed into the land by creatures with hard protective shells. As they crawled into the land, they evolved into ants, beetles, spiders, and other insects. And soon came some evolved wings and that were able to fly. Fish living in shallow water, swamps and wetlands needed to propel themselves through the mud and vegetation. These creatures evolved into reptiles. Then another 50 million years later, a new family of reptiles appeared with the legs that were positioned beneath their body to give better support for walking on the land. These new animals, ancestors of mammals, rose to dominate the land with the plant and insect life. The mammals were then threatened by a new word of reptile and swept the planet. That was the dinosaur. This happened about 240 million years ago. But this aggressive species became extinct How did this happen? It said that a massive rock slammed onto the earth with devastating impact. The explosion was so powerful that it burned up everything within 1,000 miles radius. The only dinosaur who survived were that were able to fly. Mammals now safely and rapidly evolved into a wide variety of shapes and sizes due to the extinction of dinosaurs. Some tree-dwelling mammals evolved fingers and thumbs to grasp onto the branches. Around 7 million years ago, some of these ape-like creatures moved away from the forest and began living on the grass-covered plains. They began walking on 2 feet. Slowly, they learned to balance and walk straight. These animals were the early ancestors of humans. Around 1 million years ago, they learned how to keep the fire burning and began cooking their meals. They spread across Africa, Europe, and Asia, migrating into waves that continued for hundreds of thousands of years. As speech gradually improved, human consciousness was slowly awakened. People used their intelligence to help them understand their place in the world. They sensed powerful forces at work around them in the mountains, forests, rivers and seas, and in the sky. Both kind and generous, and at the same time unpredictable and destructive. People learned common values and gained an understanding of the world through their shared mythology. What now? Today, man has made the earth unlivable by denuding forests, killing animals and birds beyond their need, and polluting air and water. This has resulted in climatic change and monsoon failures. We have made our lives cozy, comfortable, watching cricket matches and serials on TV, using electrical gadgets, and traveling in speedy vehicles and flying to far-off places, but we send an enormous amount of plastic waste to landfills. We extensively use oil, coal, and gas to meet our energy needs. These fuels emit carbon dioxide, which accumulate in the atmosphere. It acts like a harmful blanket around the planet. This is why the temperature around the world is increasing. This is called global warming. An increase in global temperature causes sea levels to rise, threatening us with storms and tsunami, floods and famines, and destruction, causing natural loss of lives. However, every one of us can do our part by planting trees, reducing the use of electricity, gas, and other fuel, thus promoting a better environment. Now you know where we live. What is our address, you know? We spoke about how each different kind of animal evolved, how the earth came to be and the planets, and the different energy that we get and we utilize, and how beautiful animals came to live upon the earth, how the man evolved. Finally, what did the man do? Man himself destroys the beautiful blue-green planet. Now, it is very difficult for us to live on unless we take care. All right? Unless we take care.